Hello, all you fantastic human beings. I like doing this. It feels good to say that about people. Anyway, um, I, you've heard of the call it a musing or a conjecture or a theory that states that I am an amalgamation of the five people with whom I spend the most time, or maybe it's who I engage with most often. Um, uh, the five people who are closest to me. Okay. There are five people who influence who I choose to become. Now, some people say that this is you become like the five people you surround yourself with, who surround you, whether you like it or not. I disagree with that part. Um, Only you control who you become, who you choose to become. It's a choice that you make. You might not always be aware that you're making the choice, but it's a choice that you're making. Now, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to share revelation that I had. Um, there are two people that I didn't consider as people who are part of that five. So the one is the media that I consume. It counts as a person. Yes. Um, the TV, the internet, radio, music, books, and you guessed it, social media. Now, I single out social media because it's not as carefully curated as others. People sit and when they sit down to write a book, they think about what they're going to write. TV producers think about what they're going to produce. On social media, people just post stuff, but it's not as carefully and intellectually curated as the other media. It's it's probably the most dirty, if you want to think about it that way. But yeah, I digress. The point is, the media that I consume counts as a person that influences who I choose to be. It's almost as if they combine into something that resembles a human being. And because we are relational beings, creatures, us human beings, we relate to this faux human. I relate to this faux human because that's what I am. I'm a relational being. And in today's world, this faux human being has more access to me than even the closest real human. I don't know if it's the same with you. But yeah, there's only so much time an actual physical human being can spend with you. But the internet is limitless. Yeah. Now that's person number one that I didn't think of as a person that influences who I am, who I choose to become or be. There's another person that influences who I choose to be that I didn't think of before, and that's God. God is another real person that influences who I choose to be. And that's wonderful news because God created me and you, and God knows my full potential and always influences me in that direction, the direction of the greatness that He's put in me, as opposed to the media that I consume that doesn't even know I exist. Um, it's kind of one-sided with the media that influences me. Um, yeah, it doesn't know I exist, and it doesn't care about my well-being. It's not that it wants the bad for me, but it just doesn't care about my it doesn't care about me, it doesn't know I exist. So all this to say, I get to choose who I am, who I'm going to be, or who, yes, who I am. And As such, I get to choose who influences who I am, who I choose to be. So I need to be wary of who I allow to influence my choice of being.